Hey guys, welcome back to Uncle Fresh Reef. Today, as you can see from the massive billboard, I'm going to be visiting Worldwide Corals. I'm really excited and been looking forward to this all week. So let's go ahead and pull to the back and check it out. Front of the building doesn't look to be too much, not even a big sign above, but once you get in, things take a dramatic turn. The first tank you come upon is this tank with Casper, famous Worldwide Corals white tang. It's got a black tang and multiple other fish in it, totally grown out corals, and it is completely stunning. I sat and looked at this tank for at least 10 minutes and couldn't take my eyes off all the fish and how well all the corals are doing inside this tank. They use Radion lights exclusively throughout Worldwide Corals, and you can tell right away that the high-end lighting does a pretty spectacular job. This tank is absolutely stunning. So while I was here, I wanted to test out a new app that I got. It's called the Aqua Cam. It's basically a gel filter, and it helps with all the blue actinic lights that are being used inside of Worldwide Corals. I'm not so sure that I like it. You guys can leave a comment and let me know. But it does show off some of the corals' brighter colors, but it seems like it's oversaturated. Tried to mess around with the settings before I went in, but I really didn't have too much time to master it or at least get better with it. But as you can see, the colors are absolutely spectacular in this tank, and the coral growth is amazing. So right here you can see Casper, and it's a little oversaturated. He's just pure white, excellent looking fish, and right now him and this black tang buddy are in line to get cleaned by the cleaner wrasse that's right there. So let's check this out. It's definitely pretty neat to watch the relationship between these fish and a cleaner wrasse. Casper's obviously not going to get his turn anytime soon, so he'll swim off and pout. Okay, let's check out their Cube Aquarium. They have a small little nano cube here, and as you can see, it's loaded with torch, some other LPS, and all these amazing acans. The colors are absolutely spectacular. Not quite sure why they have a frag rack in there, but it is loaded with corals, few fish, and it's brilliant. I absolutely like this tank. It's being lit by 2 Kessels, as you can see here. So switching back to my iPhone camera, and if you look up top there, there's a 30-gallon drum that actually feeds fresh water to the 300-gallon aquarium and the aquarium with Casper in it. So let's check out the rest of the back room where all their frag racks are. This is open to the public 7 days a week. They also sell fish. Sign here for the general public saying keep your hands out. They have tons of corals on display for you to look at and purchase. Literally racks and racks of corals. They also sell colonies, which is behind the racks that you can see here. These are fully functional displays and they have fish in them. But I really thought that their colony pricing was really good. And there was a few things that if I didn't have a long drive to get home, I probably would have purchased. So while I was looking at the corals, I really did try to get this app to work, and I really struggled with it. So as you can see here from the Gonapora, that is just oversaturated with color, it didn't work so well. So I went back to the iPhone settings and just dealt with the blue, and that's kind of what it looked like. Okay, let's check out the Zoa Frags. 15% off. They were running a pretty good sale. But as I was looking through here, it's this acan colony that really caught my eye. It was only $155 for the entire thing. I thought that was an amazing price. I really wanted to take that home with me. But if you're in the market for some Zoas, they got plenty of them to choose from. All the cool designers and all the cool colors that you could possibly want. But I really wanted that acan colony. They also had some scalemia. They had a couple of bleeding apples, I think they're called. But it keeps coming back to the acan colonies. they had several of them, as you can see here. So this rack had a bunch of their colonies inside of it, plus at the other end some LPS. And here's one of their frag racks full of A cans. They had standard or grade A cans for $40. Some of them had quite a few heads on them, as you can see here. Others were kind of small, but all of them had great color. Trying to mess around with the lighting again so that the colors pop. They had their Ultra A cans over on the left side of this. Those were $60 for a frag. And here's some more shots of the LPS on the other system that I just showed you. Trying to get the color to come out right so you can see how amazing these corals are. Next up is going to be their display full of acros, and there's a ton of them. $60, you can take home as many as you want. Okay, and the last display that they have is the what you see is what you get rack. They didn't have as much in there as I would have thought they would have had, but they still had some really nice stuff. I'd hoped that this was all the stuff that they were going to throw away, because obviously I would have dove in and grabbed every bit of it, but looks like this is the stuff that's going to be getting into the frag rack soon, or some of the things that they use to build these little colonies for sale, and they range for about $150, but they put multiple different kinds of corals on live rock, as you can see right here. And they have Xenia on one, some acros, some acans, a bunch of zoas. Right here is the what you see is what you get frags that they have. But I thought these were pretty good priced down here, where you can see the little colonies of frags that they've put together. So if you added up all the different frags, they would have added up to probably several $100s. But when you buy them like this, you can get them for a little bit cheaper. You could probably remove the frags if you wanted to. I asked if any of the sweepers from the acans or anything from like the zoas would cause any issues, and he said he didn't think so. And here's the discount rack. So anything in here, $10, as you can see. They had some really nice stuff too. And $20 for this side. Plus some really nice colonies in the back. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this up. This is the 300-gallon tank that's up in the front next to Casper, and this has to be the largest black tang I think I've ever seen. I asked one of the employees how old he was, and he said it was about 9 years old. It had been with them and in multiple tanks, and he is just absolutely massive. Just like the other tank with Casper in it, all of the corals are completely grown out and look absolutely amazing. These are self-contained systems. They don't run on any of the water that the frag systems do. And they use kalkwasser in their ATO and a calcium reactor. That's all they use. A bunch of filter socks. A very simple system. Of course they use radions to grow everything, and which keeps everything looking amazing. So that's going to be it. That's my trip to Worldwide Corals. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you ever have the chance and you're in Orlando, I highly recommend you stop by. Everyone in Worldwide Corals was super helpful. They spent a lot of time with me, answered some questions, and all of them were eager to show me around. The only one that they wouldn't show me is their display tank in back with the splotch tang with yellow and blue and all the different colors that have become famous. But with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks again to all the staff at Worldwide Corals. I really enjoyed my visit there. See you guys next time.